It's great to be with you on this Friday, finishing another work week, rejoicing in the Lord I trust, and I'm amazed. These are not boring weeks. You talk about one news event after another. We certainly have had them. And I trust that you're not being shaken by things, but instead realizing that God is working and that these are days of great opportunity. And I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about being open to the Lord's leadership so that you can be right there for a divine appointment. Philip was a deacon in the church there in Jerusalem, and God touched his heart. He had actually the gifting of an evangelist, and God touched his heart to go to Samaria. And God used him to open the door there in Samaria to a mighty work of the Spirit. It's a tremendous story. And you would have thought that he would have stayed there for some time and would have been part of that ministry. But we read in verse 26 of chapter 8, "And the angel of the Lord spake unto Philip, saying, Arise and go toward the south unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, a eunuch of great authority, under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship, was returning and sitting in his chariot, reading Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near, and join thyself to this chariot." The Spirit of God worked, and Philip was willing to leave a very exciting ministry to go to the desert, not knowing what that was going to mean. And he was so sensitive that the Spirit of God said, Go ahead. That man may look a little intimidating, but you go and join yourself to him because I'm listening to his heart cry, basically, is what he was saying. And so Philip had the excitement of seeing that man saved, the Ethiopian eunuch, a man of great power and influence. And many believe that that's what began the mighty move of God into Africa. And then, of course, we know that Barnabas went down there, other disciples. And so Philip had the privilege of being part of that move to the continent of Africa. And then, after that, after they were rejoicing, the Spirit of God took him away, and he went to Azotus, and then he went through the cities and went to Caesarea. He was constantly listening to the Spirit and seeing God give him divine appointments. You know, if we're walking with God, I talked yesterday about being still and knowing that God is God and listening to his voice and communing with him. Well, if we do that, the Spirit then has immediate access and can direct us to talk to that person, to go to a certain place. I've had many times God redirect me to a different place where I was going to go as far as even to shop or whatever, and right there was a divine appointment. It is exciting to be on duty for the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So I want to encourage you today. You want to be encouraged? Listen to the voice of the Spirit. Open your heart to him and let him have complete control of your life, and then you'll see God work. And I don't care what pressures you have on you. When you see God use you to touch another person's life, to be at the right place at the right time, everything comes into perspective. And so may God enable us to be right there for the divine appointments he has planned for us.